So we really built patient involvement into this right from the get-go. And I think perhaps have done this more energetically and with sort of greater passion than some projects might have done. The reason for that is that firstly, when you're doing these sorts of studies, you're asking a lot of people. So there are obvious issues around privacy. Are people going to be able to tolerate this? Are they feeling comfortable about this? There are issues around adherence, because you're asking people to put on a Fitbit and wear it all the time. Are they going to do that? So there are lots of kind of components of this which we wanted to understand. But also, perhaps more importantly, you're trying to do something in the long term which is going to benefit patients. And you need to understand what are the things which would actually get in the way of implementing something like this in real life.
I've been part of research like stuff before. It's been probably like a consultation sort of thing where, I've been like, for example, involved in sort of a service design thing where they will say, oh yeah, we're going to do a new service, but the problem is they've already figured out how they're going to do it and they just want to get a patient's opinion on it, and that doesn't mean that they're going to listen to it, because often they say, oh yeah, we've already set it up though. So it's kind of like an afterthought. But I think what's great about RADAR, which sort of made me interested particularly in the project, is that it sort of pushes that to the side. So we're not going to do that. It's more genuine sort of what I'd call like co-production, the fact that patients are, coming to the meetings, they are consulted by the researchers saying, look, we're looking at doing this piece of work. We want to get some feedback. Is this good? Is it not? And I think from my experience, you could say to them, no, that's not right. And they will listen to you, and you see things change as a result.
So one of the things which came out really early from our patient advisory group and focus groups was that people didn't want to put on a device which looked really weird. They didn't want to draw attention to the fact that they had epilepsy. And some epilepsy devices do look kind of, a bit different. They were much keener on something which could be, unobtrusive, which might be seen as being a fitness device, something like that.
I remember the first time we all met together as a group. It was actually in Barcelona, and we all, as a group, as a collective, fed back to the consortium all the kind of work that had been going on in the past year. I think the whole room was amazed at what the perspective shift that was going to happen if we involved people with lived experience in the project. So there was that was a real highlight for me. It felt like there was a moment of realisation that we were doing a piece of research that was potentially going to have an impact on real lives.
Unusually for projects like this, we have quite a lot of our patient advisors as authors on publications, which I think is a really healthy part of the process, and I think indicates our commitment to that work.
If you go into research with everything, it's usually just one type of medical condition that you study and look into. Having three was quite exceptional, because you have experts, if you like, or patients from multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, major depressive disorder. And when you get people together, it makes a huge difference when ideas start to come up, between the three groups of people.
I think that we've had a really big impact, and it's been great the way that they've taken us seriously and taken on board what we've said. I think it's made me aware of how important a patient advisory board is, because the researchers are coming from their expertise side of things, whereas a patient lives with a condition on a day-to-day basis and knows the implications of that, especially with a disease like MS, where it is so varied, the symptoms that people have. I think it's been great for me to be involved in, and I think it's got a lot of potential to help patients, which is what what my aim was to start with, is to help other people and make things better for the future for MS.